it's your girl Cameron, and I'm back with your Queen Sugar review for the week. This is season 4, episode number 8. Alright, we got a lot to talk about. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel. Comment what you thought about this week's episode down below. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Do everything in the description box. Do everything down in the comments. Subscribe so that you stay connected. All of that. Okay, so the mill caught on fire last week. We're aware of this, right? And Charlie's down there, Micah's down there, Roz's down there, and even Nova has come back. And you know, when they see Nova, they looking at Nova like she got some nerve being there. Now listen, y'all know I don't like to do the whole play-by-play. I like to pull out a couple things and, you know, go at it, do some character analysis, and tie it to real life. How many of us thought that this fire would somehow make Charlie and Nova's thing, somehow temporarily make everyone okay with Nova because there's a greater tragedy going on? Did anyone think that? Let me tell you something. Can't nobody hold a grudge like your family. I understand this book is fresh. I understand they're all upset at Nova. I understand she was out of line. I understand that, you know, she put out secrets and she hurt people and she has caused a whole lot of other stuff. I understand all that. But at what point, you know, because we say that we're living like Christ. We say that we want to be Christ-like. We say that we're Christians. We say that Jesus died for our sins. We say that we want to love our neighbor and follow the words that are in the Bible. And we pray to God when things are wrong or hurting or we're stressed or we're struggling. And we thank God when when it's triumphs going on, right? So why is it that forgiveness thing is so hard for us to get? Guys, I see it time and time again, where someone does you wrong, whether they say something, they do something, whether it's intentional or it's unintentional, and we automatically ice them out. And it don't matter if you was family, my best friend, whatever. But then we're going to church every Sunday, we're praising God, and we're praying to the same God who died for your sins, knowing that you would have these sins, but still forgives you every time. Forgives the little white lies when you're, you know, running late for work, or when you miss work, when you have a sick day, when you know, lie on this or embellish on that. But when it comes to us, when it's time for mankind, just like Jesus knew, men fall short. But I just think it's interesting because even me in my life, I have people that I'm reluctant to forgive. But I always feel, and maybe that's just my own naivete, is that what they call it? But when they say, you know, when you say that you're a Christian, or when you say that, you know, you want to be like Jesus, or that we're family, we work it out through anything, the underlying thing is, I have a limit. There's conditions to my love, okay? And that we'll work it out through anything where you aren't hurting me. Because as soon as you start hurting me, I got some limits to that thing. Now, it's realistic? Yeah. If you're hurting, why would you want to go back to that person? If that person did you wrong or made you hurt or caused you to slip down back into a depression, why would you want to go back to that person? I totally understand. But I think what the lesson that I'm seeing in Queen Sugar is just that even your family can do you wrong. And it's up to you to look at those things as the things they are, and not deepen them, not attach them to bigger meanings. Because a lot of times people put so much on family, or so much on best friend, or so much on husband, so much on wife, that their past making you mad, their past betrayal, and especially if the betrayal is unintentional. Remember that Nova had intentions of setting the Black community free by releasing her family's secrets and family's struggles because she felt like her family was strong. And look at all that we've been through. Let me share this with the world. Was she wrong? I'm going to keep saying this because a lot of y'all are going to feel like I'm saying that they should just embrace Nova like she didn't do anything wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she did what she did. She has yet to explain her intentions of it all to cool, calm, and collected people. They're all still in their feelings and all still dealing. And maybe, like I said, I'm just naive in thinking that you can screw up. And I don't even want to say that Nova screwed up. I'm not in the mind of the writers. But I feel like when you put out art and it's about all your family's dirt, you know, for the greater good, or you're trying to each one teach one or whatever, and then you see the reaction and then you apologize for it and you explain the intention and your family still is reluctant. And I mean, they're not just like, listen, I need some time. I understand why you did what you did, but that hurt me. I need some time. It's not like that. They have completely cut her off, cast her out like Judas, who Jesus still, now mind you, Jesus still sat down with and exchanged bread with, but still said, you gonna do this. That prayer that Aunt Vi prayed, let me tell you why I had a problem with that prayer. You know, when you pray to God, I'm not gonna tell you how to communicate with your Father, but it's something so toxic in a prayer when you're praying someone sees that you're right kind of thing. It's like, you know, Aunt Vi wants her to see how she's hurt people. And I'm like, you don't think that she'd get that by now? Y'all done iced her out. You wouldn't even let her come in the restaurant. You don't think she kind of feels that by now? You know, we hear that she misses her and, you know, all of that. She's calling her names and all this other stuff. But I just feel like if you truly was like God-fearing and truly like depended on the Lord and, you know, really felt like God is the ultimate person who does not judge a soul, who loves everyone past anything. And, you know, if you really was into God like that, okay, which is to me the bottom line, aside from all these religious acts and religious, you know, steps and things that you got to follow and all that, my bottom line for God is that he loves all, he gives guidance to all, forgives all, and vengeance is his, not mine. So with those basic things in my mind that are powerful, that are endless, my prayer would have been, God, please bring us comfort and understanding and patience through what is going on. I don't understand it. I'm hurt. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. I'm irritated because Nova, who I was very close to, did this. It brought about this. Then it brought about that. Now the meal is on fire. Our family seems to be falling apart. Please help us to see clearly and bring us back together. Bottom line prayer. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. So they're still doing Nova crazy. You know, Charlie is convinced that it was the Landrys and the Borderlines, and I'm like, heck yeah, it was them. But you know, they seem apologetic like it wasn't them. I mean, the woman, she was doing a lot as usual, but it seems that someone else may have done it. Now, Charlie looks like she's on the brink of a nervous breakdown. She is shaking. She is zoning out a lot. She is, she's kind of tapped into this, like by the end of the episode, she just has like a still voice. Y'all, I remember when I was doing wedding planning a couple months ago, it had got so stressful that I had, like that voice she was using, it literally like touched something in me. Because I remember, like, I was just so exhausted. I was so exhausted. And I just, like, the peace that I needed wasn't there. No amount of sleep. Like, it was crazy. But that voice that she had, I remember having that voice. And it was like, I could not muster any energy to fight anyone else. And it just, ugh. So, you know, hearing that voice and seeing her zoning out, and then her boyfriend comes over, he finds out about the guy dying in the storm. I just was like, this is like the cherry on top. She don't need this. And to me, it's like, do you not see? I don't know. Because see, now I'm looking at it a little different. You know, he came over and he was like, you know, this is your business. Yeah, it sucks, but we're talking about a life here. You know, nobody was hurt. But I feel like Charlie, it's much deeper than that for Charlie. And I don't think he realizes that. They've had to fight so many people and so many things in this town to be taken seriously, to get land. The black farmers are on their back, which is another thing. I'm like, the community be the first people to tear you down and the first people to lift you up. So, you know, when she's explaining, you know, we're gonna try to get everything together, so sorry, clearly the fire wasn't her fault. While I understand facts and realness, we need to move our money, we need to do something else because time is money, and we got families, we got employees. I get all that. What is going on? But at the same time, I was like, these people these people ain't even like rally behind her, support her, like bond together and, you know, get excited about a comeback or nothing. They was like, we're good, we're out. This then happens with Ralph Angel's program. It's looking like it's getting chopped. He has to give out the last checks. I'm like, this fire is attached to so many different things. Darla looks like she on the edge, and honestly, I feel like she wants Ralph Angel back. Now, Ralph Angel, you know, he's with this lawyer and, you know, he's crying and they have this sensual moment. She spends the night and I just was like, I love them together, but I still want Darla and Rod to get back together. I know. Darla seems like she wants that because she's hurt and I can't really figure out. I feel like she's in a dark place because of the book still. Because I don't feel like the mill really affected her like that. But she's kind of using that as her end to, you know, reach out to Ralph Angel. Of course, as usual, he don't notice what's going on until it's too late, probably. We're going to see that next episode. But, I want them back together. I just do. Hollywood is back and I'm scolding Vi through the screen. Don't be sending that good man away ever again. You know, he can go on his guys trips, he can hang out with his boys, whatever, but don't send your man away. Talking about you need space. That big old house, you could have just stuck to the other side of the house for a little bit. All right, let's see. Kiki being fast. She trying to give it up. You know, that's prom night, senior year. You know, I understand that's what we do. But I still was like, Kiki, girl, I thought you was better than that. But it is with someone she loves and trusts and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to say that everyone has dirt. Everyone has dirt. So the whole theme of this video is forgiveness. I don't know that the episode was really about forgiveness, but it's what I got out of it, okay? Everybody has dirt. Everybody has done someone wrong. Everyone has, you know, said something crazy to someone, done someone crazy, have a guilty conscience about it, you know, ask God for forgiveness, moved on, bettered yourself, and grown. Okay, so when Micah brings up this whole thing about, you know, this white cop, has he ever looked the other way? Of course he has. Of course he has. You know, we have all done things, just like Charlie in her past. She had done something. Nova has done something. Aunt Vi probably has done something. Even good old Hollywood has done something because he was with Vi and was still married. People have done things. So it's so funny that when you're looking at the sins of someone else, yours are somehow forgotten. That's what kind of it's not so much the episode that irritated me. It just sparks some things when you're talking about forgiveness and you're talking about when someone does something to you. That's semantics. When you start picking apart what they did to me, how they made me feel. Jesus, whether you believe him or you don't, you should aspire to be a fair person. You should aspire to be someone who loves past things, don't let things get you down, like mess you up. Okay, because some pretty messed up things have happened to a lot of us. So you gonna hold it all in? You know, I'ma just keep it pushing. I'ma just keep it pushing because I feel like I'm getting preachy. But Queen Sugar, I love the show so much, y'all. I really do. Let me see if I talked about everything. I think I talked about everything. I want to see where this is going to go because Charlie has clearly slipped into a depression where she's like delirious. Wherever she was at in the preview, she looked like she was still in her same clothes. Hair ain't been washed. Like, what is going on? Micah ain't seen his mom. This family dinner where they have excluded Nova irritated me. It irritated me because they did Darla the same way. You know, it's just like, it's the total opposite. It's a total opposite. But you know, that's why it says in the Bible that men will always fall short. We do. We will. We will. We will always fall short. All right. So you guys let me know down in the comments what you thought about this week's episode of Queen Sugar. Oh, we found out that Prosper, you know, that Daddy Bordelon, he ain't killed nobody. He just was, you know, basically trying to get rid of the guilt and the hate, you know, with the clothes and bloody clothes or whatever. But he didn't kill nobody. Found that out by Prosper. But I want y'all to really think about a few things. Is there anything that anyone can do that can be forgiven? And if not, why not? Because you're holding on to that, they're walking around just fine. I want you guys to really think about what it takes to truly forgive. Okay, I didn't say, you know, just like burn your hand on the stove and then put your hand back on there. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you forgive, that means there are no ill feelings. You have a clean slate with me. It ain't none of that extra stuff. Because when my day comes and I do you crazy, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, I want to have the same clean slate. I say all the time, if Jesus worked the way we worked, a lot of us wouldn't be around. We'd be given half chances. We'd be given half clean slates. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and eaten off a plate that still got dirt, still got food on it? No, you want a clean plate. A clean plate. There are people in my life that I have forgiven. I don't understand what you did. I don't understand why you keep doing it. I don't understand how you move from now on. But for me, in my mind, I have forgiven what you've done to me. So that means I don't have no ill feelings towards you. Now, am I going to put myself in that same situation? No. But I cannot walk around being so angry. Because I used to be like that. Now, when I tell y'all the military was transformative for me, trust. It was. But I used to be like just angry. Just angry. And I still have things sometimes that make me upset. And I have to get with myself. I do. Because it's like, you so upset. You so upset. But if it was the other way around, wouldn't you want to be forgiven? That's just me. That's just me. The fact that Nova came back to her family when it mattered. When it mattered. Okay, I hear there was a fire in this mill that my sister worked so hard to build, you know, in our hometown. I know these evil people are after her. I'm on my way. I'm dropping it all to be there. It don't matter what kind of stuff we got going on because this is number one priority. It would have been nice to see them Bordelons all come together in that moment, but we ain't see it. We ain't see it. And I thought that was going to be the moment. I kind of feel like Nova's Bae can help with this. because he got the right face and the right background. He do. Let me know what you think. I'm Kim Ray. This is Kim Ray Music TV, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.